know how you did it.
Alright, that enthusiasm is okay, but there's a lot of you, so we can
30, so you have about 45 minutes. Okay. Plenty of time to drink a few beers. $10 a person.
I would assume it's pretty good. If it's not, we got way bigger issues. Can I just check some IDs real quick, guys?
Have them out, please, so I can see.
Идем на тур пивоваренный.
Good one. Push on in this way, that way we can all see everything. Wonderful. So again, we can all scooch on up this way so that way we can all see everything. I know we got a pretty good sized group today. All right, so welcome into the brew house, everybody. This is where all the magic happens. Now, based on your prior experiences, can I get a show of hands? How many of you have ever taken a brewery tour before? All right, fantastic. How many of you have ever taken one of our brewery tours here at Sam Adams before? Sweet, welcome back. For the rest of you, is this a larger or smaller brew space than what you may be used to? Smaller, yes, that's a really common answer. So a lot of times people will be fast. So once again, separate any solids and liquids. Because right now, yours got some schmutz in it. It's a little bit chunky. It's got like coagulated proteins, pieces of hop, you have like loose spices in there. Just a quick show of hands. How many of you enjoy drinking chunky beer?
I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't. Spoiler alert. Nice. All right. He's correct. You shouldn't know yet, but you won't. Trust me. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take all that out. It's going to fall through a false bottom. The solids are called Trub, T-R-U-B, and Trub's gross looking. You don't want to drink it because it's basically just a green sludge. If you were to put a regular turtle in, a Ninja Turtle would pop out. And we'll throw that away for you. You're welcome. At this point, we are almost ready to add what I think is the most important ingredient of all, and that is our yeast. But I should tell you two important factoids. First, yeast is alive. And second, the work is currently boiling hot. What do you think would happen if you put something alive into something boiling hot?
Yeah.
Nice, that's right. Remember, folks, you were here on a brewery tour with me, and you paid for it. So, no hard questions. Now, we don't want to kill our yeast here at Sam Adams. We want to feed it so we can drink. So we're going to cool the work down by sending it through some pipes in the ceiling to a piece of equipment in the corner of the room called the heat exchanger. You can't see the heat exchanger. You're not missing anything. It looks and functions like a big radiator. It's basically just a black box attached to the wall. What it does is it cools down that work to a point that's appropriate for the yeast that we're using. Now, before we move on, I do have some trivia. How many types of beer do you think exist on this planet? Many. All right. Anyone want to try and quantify many?
200.
All right, 200. Very good. Anybody think there's more than 200 types of beer?
700.
All right. Anybody think there's more than 1,000 types of beer? Does anyone think there's between 100 and 200 types of beer? All right. And who thinks there's less than 100 types of beer? How many do you think are out there?
2.
2? Have you taken the store before?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for value guess you. No, he's correct. There are in fact only 2 types of beer on this planet. Those beers are, of course, Sam Adams and not Sam Adams. No, he is right. There are in fact only 2 types of beers on this rock, and those are ales and lagers. Now, a lot of times people hear me say that, and they'll say, Chris, that's poppycock. I've had beers besides that. I've had beers like miles, bitters, porters, stouts, shandies, radlers, kolsch's, IPAs, IPLs, Hefeweizen's, Schwarz beers, Rausch beers, Märzen's, Box, Pilsners, Oktoberfest, English Browns, Irish Reds, and Belgian Blondes, and that was all just last night. So, first of all, good for me for making it to work today on the longest Friday night ever. Second, those are all going to be examples of what we call styles of beer. They all have different flavors, different aromatics, different colors, different clarities, different alcohol contents, different flavors. They'll all contain either ale or lager yeast, making them either an ale or a lager beer. And then, now, once all that sugar has been eaten, that yeast goes dormant, so we can take it out and use it again in a lot of cases. And at this point, we no longer have something called work. We've now got something we can tentatively and technically call beer. Yay! Ooh, get out of here. All right, but it's not beer you necessarily want to drink. So what we here call green beer, not green like this little mongrel's inside his jacket, or this guy's hat, or your shirt, or your shirt, or your shirt, or your shirt, or my.
It is.
I came to you, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Maybe that's it.
Or on your long lost house. Watch out behind you.
It's good for the video. You look.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got one of those kind of places.
I would like to sit there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is
Sorry.
Because he's Chris.
I will actually tell you all about it in taste prices. So there we go. We're in just a few seconds. According to places like Yelp and TripAdvisor, this is apparently everyone's favorite part of the tour. Not quite sure why that is, because normally around this time, Serena, Kelsey, and I, we're just gonna drink all the beer that we're supposed to give to you. But hey, new year, new Chris, I'm feeling generous. But hey, I do have to bring your attention to the fact that we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers of beer up here, and that there are more than 6 of you. So that means we've got a couple of ground rules for the pitchers. Here are the rules. Rule number 1: this is not your personal pitcher. Please do not drink directly from the pitcher. That is it. Yeah, that's actually the newest rule here at the Boston Brewery, folks. St. Patrick's Day brings out the worst in you people. Also, I don't care how metal, paper, or cardboard, or turtle-proof you think your straw is. Don't just stick it in there and start slurping up. That defeats the whole purpose. This also isn't a prom from the 1940s. Your arm isn't a ladle. That's not a punch bowl, so don't just go all the way in there. That makes no sense at all. Also, I love the movie Sideways, and you should too. But we are not drinking any fucking Merlot, so do not spit back into the pitchers, because it's going to look all frothy and carbonated, and by the time I give you to-go beers, I've seen that play out with disastrous effect. Also, please don't spit on the floor, because we live in a civilized society. Also, you guys are getting a 5.5-ounce taster. Don't drink all of your beer just like that. Firstly, because we're going to do a multi-step taste appraisal, and fun fact, taste is the last sentence we'll use. And second, more importantly, who do you think you'll impress if you can drink a 5.5-ounce beer super fast? No one. That's right. Especially not people like Kelsey, who's out there still, or myself, because we literally do this for a living. You will not impress us. And also, like I said, it's more fun to appraise beer if you actually have beer in your glass to appraise. Send this to the back, please. All right. So, as we're passing this out, I like to figure out where all my guests are coming from. So who thinks they've come from the farthest away to hang out with us today? Do we have anybody come from real far away? Yeah, where are you guys coming from? Philippines, all right. How do you say cheers in the Philippines? I've never been. All right, how about you guys back there? Where are you coming from? Indianapolis. That is not further than the Philippines, but that's an Indiana education for you. All right, we got Indiana, we got the Philippines. Any other cool exotic locales?
California.
California. All right, very nice. Do you have any Texans want to fight these Californians? Yeah. Hey, you guys. All right. We got Texas, we got California, any other cool places?
Colorado.
Nice, there we go. We got Coach Prime's territory. All righty. So no matter where you guys come from Colorado, Indianapolis, now can you just speed that wiggle up? And speed up some more and make things look all blurry. And slow it down. It's a little too blurry. All right. What do you see? Fingers. Fingers, exactly. I see 2 scientific facts. First, I see a room full of people willing to do whatever I say. You all look ridiculous right now. Second, you guys all saw your fingers. That means this beer is fully filtered, so you should be able to see what or whomsoever is through your glass. Now, this leads me into a secret 5th ingredient we put in this beer: magic. See, that happens after you drink 10 or 11 of these, and then what or whomsoever you see through your glass starts to look way better. Yes. Not sure if any other brewery can claim that. Not every other brewer staff has the murderer's row of talent we have assembled here. Also, not every other beer is going to come to you fully filtered. A lot of beers out there are going to come to you with a bit of a haze, or brewers call a veil. The reason they have that veil is because those beers are brewed using malted wheat. And wheat proteins are much larger than barley proteins. If you were to filter out those wheat proteins, you lose a lot of the soft wheat mouthfeels and wheat flavors, and that's defeating the whole point of using wheat to begin with. However, there's no need to fret, no need to worry. There is no malted wheat in Boston Lager. There's just malted barley, so it'll come to you nice and clear every time. Questions? Nothing about how to pronounce certain letters or words? That's right. All right. So moving on, Our next sense is going to be our sense of smell. So around 40% of how you perceive flavor comes from the old nose. So what I need you to do is agitate your beer. It's called a jerk, punch it in the face, scuff its Jordan, steal its boyfriend or something, and just take a nice whiff. Not too hard now. You've all seen what a hop looks like. After about 1 second, I guarantee that all of you think you know what a hop smells like. Yes. That's because it's got a pretty famous cousin, although they're not that closely related. So, long story short, don't smoke hops. You'll get a brain melting, skull-splitting headache. Please don't ask how I figured that out. And also, don't brew beer with that other plant, because that's what I like to call a giant waste. Now, we're using 2 different types of German noble hop to make this beer. First one is right over your head right here, miss. It's called the Tettnanger. You're not going to get a lot of that beer's aroma, or that hop's aroma, which is for the best, because it doesn't smell very nice. But it is going to give your beer its nice bitterness. The hop that's going to give this beer its nice sort of floral, grassy aroma is that one right over you, my friend, the Hallertau Mittelfreu hop. That has been grown in an area called the Hallertau in Bavaria since the year 736 AD, so a long, long time. And yeah, it's pretty delicious. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to feel our beer. How do we feel our beer? With your hot. No. Remember those 2 fingers? Take them and dunk them on in.
I'll do it.
That was a test miss, and you failed. No. All right, we're going to feel our beer with our mouth. So we're going to take a sip, swirl it around with Listerine before you swallow it. All right. Now, the body of this beer can be described in a few different ways. It can be described as a light body beer, which means that flavor runs off palate really quickly, kind of like seltzer or Coors Light. It can be described as a heavy body beer, which means that flavor lingers around like a milk and cream. Or it can be a medium body beer, which is somewhere between the two, because, well, that's how medium works. So just a quick show of hands. Who thinks this is a light body beer? Okay. Who thinks it's a heavy body beer? Who thinks it's a medium body beer? And who's too scared to vote in public? Gotcha. All right. I will say this. No matter how you answer, guess what? You're right. Because I can't tell groups of voters they're wrong anymore. But no matter how you answer, you are correct in your assessment, because beer drinking is just that subjective. It's all based on your individual preferences, what you like to eat, drink, smoke, what you like to not eat, drink, smoke, etc. So, like Kelsey, who just walked out, she's someone who wakes up around the crack of noon, gets pulled out of the ladder time, kicking and screaming, drinks really huge beers all day, like Baltic Porters, Imperial Stouts, Belgian Quads, Triple IPAs, barley wines. She's got that really hearty diet that goes along with it, like, burgers, eggs on top, prime rib, steaks so rare the cow moves before you slop it up, because no restaurant can stop you from ordering a steak and a glass of water. And other exotic foods, rum hams, milk steaks boiled over hard, Dasani raw jelly beans. Rum ham? God damn it, Frank, that's genius. When you finish out night with a Cuban and a fifth of whiskey, you're going to think this is a light body beer. Kelsey is also here for a good time and not necessarily a long time. On the other hand, more like myself, you're just a picture of American male health. Wake up every day around. Hey, what the fuck you laughing at? Look here, miss, I'll have you know that I went to my doctor last week and he said, Chris, you're in perfect shape. You're a sphere, so ha! So you eat, drink, smoke heavy, you think it's light. You eat, drink, smoke light, you think it's heavy. So, surprise, it's technically a medium body beer because that is how medium works. All right, and finally, we're going to taste our beer. See, a few of us have been working on this step for a while now. So, we're going to take 2 distinct sips. While that first sip to kind of linger on the tip of your palate, look for some more of those bready, biscuity flavors you can get from that malted grain. Lime, I think, and salt, and it's going to have a little bit of agave, so it's kind of like margarita. If you get any bad ideas, that's the agave, so be careful. Cheers. Here you go, folks. Make sure you share with these guys and those guys. The Bears, I picked up the Bears defense, and then Mitch Trubisky sucked so bad that they quit on him, and then I lost my league. So I don't play fantasy football anymore. All right. Yes. Yeah, they both come from the Bears. Like a certain Western mountain range. But by the time you get to the bottom of that cup, a moment or two later, you can taste something like something called hot regret. So you'll have the temperature of the sun, you'll have a ping pong ball, blade of grass, hair. Cigarette butt, which is weird because you don't smoke. You'll just be thinking to yourself, wow, this baby shower is wet. And finally, this, you see a little circle at the very bottom of the glass there? All right, you guys trust her?
Let me see.
Hurt you, Jesus. All right. She is right. There is a downsized infection down there. So what Kayaks did, they took a laser. Maybe they put it on the shark's head. I'm not sure I was there, but they scratched the bottom. So maybe you have an infection like a chip or crack. CO2 is going to fight to escape at that point. So in this case, it's fighting for the lowest point humanly possible. Much like the Bears and the Patriots this year. So what's going to happen is that a bubble will go down, it'll flop around like Aaron Rodgers on the 50-yard line. Right above where they buried Jimmy Hoffa, there will be a bubble going up to the head of my beer. When it gets there, it'll pop, an angel in its wings, and I'll have more lovely beer, aromas, and flavors to savor. Very scientific, kind of technical. I'm just going to show you how it works. It works like this. Oh my God, there's a giant hole in the middle of the room. Oh no! Schwarber didn't get to see it, that's okay. Here's a profile shot for you. We never should have traded you, or we never should have let you walk. Alright, so I'm cross-dominant, which means I can accomplish a number of tasks with either hand. I'm a left-handed drinker. Do we have any right-handed drinkers in the house today? 6, just one extra step for you folks. Oh no, still miss it. You hate to see it. Alright, so you can drink with your left hand, you can drink with your right hand, or if you're like me and you went to Catholic school growing up, we know how to drink with both hands. Like I said, you can't put a price on perfection. We did. It's $9.50 in the gift shop. All right. It's time for the good news, bad news part of the tour. What do you want to hear first? Bad news. This proud to be is the last style beer I'm about to give you guys today. That's not my choice. That is certainly not Kelsey's choice. That is just the man trying to keep us down. Good news is that any beer left in these pitchers is yours to top off. You can drink in the hallway. Drink in the town, building,
this one or
beer
this?
garden. But please
Yeah,
don't drink in the
this
parking
is
lot.
so good.
Boston cops are humorless, and they will not let you drink in the parking lot because we weren't founded by the French. You don't know how to live. You can't drink in the street. You can drink in the bathroom if you're a big weirdo, and we encourage gift shop drinking. Gift shop drinking is the best way to those last-minute purchasing ideas. Also, I see a few of you mashing, a few of you scheming on how to steal these glasses from you, like putting it in your bag or down your sweater or in your purse or sneaking it somewhere and waddling out prison style. Yeah, don't worry. Just take these home. They're our gift to you. Take them back to your home. Take them up to church by your house like a toothbrush holder or a really, really kick-ass shot glass. So guys, in the gift shop, you can wrap these up on a barrel of brown paper so you can get them home nice and safe. Once again, in the gift shop, there's a barrel of brown paper so you can wrap these up and get them home nice and safe. Kelsey, would you like to add anything?
Did you want to explain to the kids that there's a difference between hops and marijuana?
Oh yes. Hops are not marijuana. Don't smoke hops. Although it's legal here, and so if you want any marijuana, go to the store. So there you go. Nice. Okay. Sweet. One more item.
I agree.
One. Who wants to see magic trick?
Yeah!
Welcome. Let's give Kelsey a nice round of applause. Okay. Last thing we need everyone to do is to hold the glass up like this and look to the bottom. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. All right. What do you
I
see?
can just see it.
Here. No, you see the end of the tour. Stand up, push our chairs in, top off. We're going out that back door. Exit. We're doing my girl Bay says. Road to the left to the gift shop. Thank you, folks.
So there's hops. These are hops.
Это, как он называется? Пивные, господи, не помню,
Kelsey,
сейчас напишу.
can I open this and smell it?
We can smell? Yeah.
Smell.
Oh, it's so good. And what is that?
So this is barley. So this is going to be like a blonde barley. This is malted barley.
Zerno. And this one?
This is hops that's been pelleted.
Yeah.
So it's going to have a different smell to it too. So some breweries hop with fresh hops, some hop with pellets.
Oh.
I think this is called dry hopping. Pellets are used for dry hopping, right?
So that is actually what we don't use this to.
Is that dry hopping?
So what dry hopping is we actually will add hops to fermentation things at the end. So I'm sure he talked. I didn't listen to what he was talking about. He was talking about how we ferment and condition in the same tank. At that bottom where it looks like a V, that's where we add those hops. So it's dry hopping.
Oh, dry.
Yeah. He's been doing it for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.